Hey, welcome back, my amazing students. I hope that you guys are taking advantage of this knowledge and understand that things happen little by little, step by step. All right. So you need to study, you need to put in the time to become really good. All right. Over time, you're gonna become a master. You just have to keep learning. All right. And it takes less time than most people think, but it takes hard work. All right. So you're gonna have to want it really and force yourself sometimes. Anyway, so this is where we are right now. We are styling this and making sure that this actually works correctly. We have not added JavaScript yet, so that's one thing that we will be adding. So for that to work, really, we have to complete this, what we were doing here. So what I want to do in this button here is I want to create some data sets, some data in HTML. I want to pass that in and to JavaScript. And the way that we can do that is with this data attribute. So data attribute, let's call this HID, and this is just gonna give us a way for us to detect this with JavaScript. So I'm gonna pass in the habit ID here with Jinja. I'm gonna create another data attribute here. I'm gonna call this data date. Simple as that. And here I'm going to get the day, and I'm gonna make sure that it's in ISO format. So that way, when it goes to the database or it goes into the backend, it's in the same format we have it there. All right, with the year, the month, and the date. All right, yeah. So that way it doesn't give us any issues here. So data day, yeah, that looks good. I'm also going to add another class here called toggle because I want to detect this button with JavaScript. Simple as that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's, as a matter of fact, hold on, this ISO format. Yeah, we should be good. We should be able to pick this up with JavaScript down below. All right. So let's write a script real quick here. All right. Why is this not working? That's weird. Ah, there we go. All right. So let's see what we can do here. I had to pause the video. I hope you guys did not hear the barking, right? I got this neighbor with a dog, which is really like getting on my nerves. Anyway, yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to make sure that my content here is actually loaded before I access any of these elements with JavaScript. And this is just it's gonna be two parts really because it's gonna be kind of long. So I'm gonna add an event listener here, and I want to add this DOM content loaded, and I'm going to use arrow functions. And we're going to make sure that the content has loaded before we do anything, right? So let's do console log content loaded. All right, let me make sure that that actually is working. Let's refresh. Let's inspect it and go to console. You can see content loaded. All right. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure that we add some type of click event so that way we could find out if when one of those buttons are clicked. All right. So let's do this. Let's grab actually all the buttons here. And let's do this a little bit good here so that way it doesn't create problems for us later on. So we're going to use the query selector all so we can select all the classes, all right? If we don't do query selector all, it's not going to give us a list of classes. It's going to give us nothing. It's going to be empty. It's not going to be able to collect them. So we do have a class, I believe, right here, toggle. Let me copy that out so that way, all right? Because remember, this is being produced dynamically, and we're going to have more buttons here. We have 7 buttons, and they're going to have a class of toggle each. So we have that there. We're collecting that there. So now we got the buttons there, and you can go ahead and do a console log on buttons here. So that way you can see that we're collecting the buttons, right? Let's just make sure, refresh, and now you can see we're collecting those buttons. Perfect. And we have this node list now of 7. All right, so we're collecting the buttons. Let me leave this for let me cut that off really. We don't need it there. So now what I want to do is I want to add let's create, let me see, const buttons. And we want to, what I want to do is I want to get the button. We want to add an event listener to that button. I was thinking which way to actually do this, but anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use array here, and I'm going to use prototype. I'm going to loop through it, and I'm not going to explain JavaScript, guys. This is a Python stuff. So if you guys are brand new to JavaScript, just follow me, because if I try to explain what I'm doing here, it's for those of you, it's gonna take me more time. So I'm gonna collect the button here, and then we'll use it down here. So basically I'm looping through all the buttons, and I'm saving that. I'm collecting each button right here, and now I can add a click event for each of those buttons, right? So we add an event listener here. Let's say click, right? We make sure it's async. Let's pass this arrow function here. And now we could, let's do a console here, so that way you can see each of these buttons being logged to the console, right? btn, just like that. All right. Let's refresh. And when I click on this, you can see the buttons being, all right, out. But we all have the same data, well, the same habit, because we don't have a different habit, right? If we had another different habit, let's create a different habit here, right? And we go back into the dashboard, and let's go back into the console. And I click on this one. You can see habit with ID number 1 in the data set. And here you can see that it says ID number 2, and it has a different date, right? This one is for today's date, and this is just for a couple days before, right? All right. So hopefully you guys are understanding what we're doing here. All right, I think, let me see how many minutes we got into this video. 7 minutes. I think we're gonna leave it like this and make this a second part of this, so that way you guys can digest this information and play around with your code and make sure that it works. One of the things I'm doing here, guys, like I said before, is making sure the content has loaded. Because sometimes what we do with JavaScript, we try to access elements, data that are not available yet because it's still loading. The HTML is still loading, and we are preventing that. We are making sure that the document has loaded before we access any of these buttons, data sets in there. Alrighty? Anyway, guys, we're going to continue this in the next lecture. Take care, guys.